Kia ora, welcome to Ōtautahi's least popular record store. This is Off the Record, and I am with, what's your name, buddy?
I'm Mim.
This is Mim Jensen, a local singer-songwriter, and we are going to take her around this little magical wonderland, and maybe you're going to pick out some music that you actually like if you can find it, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
It's the third time this week that I've had to leave home.
Hey, I'm Mim. Let's see what we can find. First, I'm going to start with Mazzy Star, So Tonight That I Might See. This was one of the albums that I first fell deeply in love with. I had Mazzy Star's discography saved on my Spotify free plan when I was like a teenager. It was the only band that I had saved, so I got to know this album very intimately, very quickly on the bus when I would bus places when I was a teenager. One of my favourite tracks off this album would be Blue Light. That was the first song that I really deeply fell in love with, and yeah, this album is very special to me. Okay, I don't like that this is a best of album, but it's okay. Caius, to me, was my first sort of introduction into stoner rock, stoner doom music when I was a teenager. Great guitar music for when you're learning how to play guitar. I love Caius very much. They still are very special to me. And favourite track off this best of would probably be maybe Gardenia or Demon. The first songs I fell in love with, the first Caius songs I ever fell in love with. When did I first discover Caius? It must have been in like a YouTube binge when I was maybe 15. Yeah, probably 15 I think. I first found Caius. Next one is PJ Harvey's Dry. This is her first album, I believe. It's not my personal favourite, but I couldn't not talk about PJ Harvey because she has been one of the biggest influences on me musically. I remember when I first heard PJ and saw her music video for This Is Love, it changed something within me. I was like, that's just an icon. PJ is such an icon, and she, I don't know, I guess like maybe granted me the permission when I was younger to do what I do now, like just seeing this badass. I've got Kind Hands by Goodwill for my next album that I wanted to talk about. Will is a really good friend of mine. I also worked with Will on my last EP, Shadow of the Gift. I think Will is a musical genius, and this album is really perfect in my opinion. I love Will and think of him so highly, and this is a fantastic album. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't. I think it's amazing having especially friends that are musical to inspire you. I learnt a lot from Will working with him, and it's amazing having people in the scene that you look up to, because I don't know, like even though they're a friend, or they can still be a role model. Okay, for the next album I've got the Ramones, Rocket to Russia. I first discovered the Ramones from a friend when I was 15, and it was sort of my introduction into punk music and my little rebellious phase that I had. I think I was listening to the Ramones even up until like 17. I just like got transported to this memory of going to this punk fest when I was 17, and I was wearing a Ramones shirt, and that was one of the craziest nights of my life. Like, it was just an abandoned building. I don't really think there's gigs like that anymore, but I remember it being like such a fun time and just a very wild experience to end up at. But one of my favourite songs off this album would definitely have to be She Is a Punk Rocker. Okay, never mind the bollocks. Sex Pistols. Another very inspirational album for me when I was a little punk rocker back in the day. I think my good friend Chloe introduced me to the Sex Pistols, and I think we were just sitting in a ditch smoking cigarettes at a skate park in Rolleston, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? This is life-changing for little 15-year-old Mim. There's like so many good songs on this album, but I remember Pretty Vacant being a standout track for me back then. But yeah, that's that.
Thank you very much, at Mim Jensen. This was off the record. I got the name of the show right. This is Ōtautahi's Worst Chop. This is one of Ōtautahi's finest songwriters. My name is not important. Yeah, shop local, start a band. We'll see you next time.